I mean, I feel like this analogy that I'm about to give is a little bit overly reductive, like it's a bit too simple, but I kind of see it, as things that your body needs and things that your body wants, or like a push and a pull, if you will. And I see like the need for nutrients, the need for protein, for amino acid, for salts, things like that. They are like, if you'll excuse a militarism, they are mission critical components.
Yes.
Like if you don't have that, like you're not getting out of bed tomorrow, you're not having a successful hunt, your tribe will actually starve to death and like not passing your genes. Like these are critical things you need to have, right? So they're the needs, right? And then you have like the wants. Like your body always wants extra energy, because like it never wants to be like, yeah, don't worry, I've got like 2 days of supply on me, I'm okay. No way. It wants months worth of a safety net, right? So, the reason I use need and want specifically is because a need stops once you've fulfilled your need. And protein and those nutrients, that's exactly how they act. And I can link research that looked into energy density and satiety and nutrient density and a whole bunch of things that kind of led me to this conclusion. But the long and the short of it is that we are constantly hungry for protein, for nutrients, for salts, up until we've hit the point where we've met our requirements, our needs, right? Then they don't really satiate us any extra than just eating food. You know what I mean? So like we're hungry, we could go without. You know what I mean? Like I can keep eating or I can just stop. We're fine. We become ambivalent towards it. It's just food. Whereas a want, you don't ever stop wanting more money. You know what I mean? Like why do you think there are people who are filthy rich trying to make more money?
Right.
Or in a case much more close to home, like one doesn't ever really stop wanting ice cream. You reach a point where it's either like I'm about to throw up, or my tub is empty. So it's very much the same way. Our body constantly wants energy, whether that is fat, whether that is carbohydrates, it's irrelevant. It always wants a surplus because that's safe. So the way I kind of see nutrition in its most basic components is you want to give your body what it needs and give it a little bit of what it wants to support your activity and what you're doing. But it's like a child. You don't overindulge a child just because it's screaming at you that it wants a lolly. No, that's not how this works at all, honey. It's if you've earned a treat, then I'll give you something that you want. But I'm going to make sure you've always got what you need.
Yeah, I love that. And I love that analogy. It's really great. I always think about, how we're programmed in our physiology and our biochemistry, and how we're programmed, for survival. And you take us from, our initial days surviving prehistorically, our cavemen and women days, and you take that wiring that we have, where if you would go out and hunt an animal and kill it, you have this thing called limbic hunger, which is activated. As soon as you have a bite of two of food, you just want to eat and eat and eat and eat until you're full, but sometimes beyond that, because you don't know when you're going to have another opportunity. And so we're wired in that way, to fulfill our needs, like you said, maybe overcompensate a little. You take a person like that, a human being like that, and drop them from an environment of scarcity and unpredictability and variable, access to resources, into this modern day environment where you can't walk 10 feet outside without having some kind of access to convenience food. And, we'll have so many situations where we'll be hijacked by our own physiology that just is programmed this way, and like restaurants know these things. Like they have appetizers on the menu because they know once you have a bite of food, you're going to be hungrier, and you're probably
that's why there's breadsticks on a table.
Yes.
Because guess what? You start eating, you salivate.
They're free breadsticks and stuff. You're more likely to want to eat a bigger dinner, have dessert maybe, and it's triggering that limbic hunger, right? And it's, yeah, I love the way you put it.